we're doing is we have 3 wheels on each side, and the wheels on the front are caster wheels, like shopping cart wheels, so that they can just kind of rotate freely. And then the ones in the back and in the middle are powered by 2 SEM motors for each side, so a total of 4 SEM motors. And the wheels in the middle are raised up so that when we go over the bump, those wheels will hit the ground and pull us over the hill. Without those wheels, we would probably hit the center of the robot and just not go anywhere, just kind of stay there. And so for kicking the balls, we devised a kicker that has 2 towers, and in the middle of the 2 towers is a kind of pole, and on that pole is another metal piece that looks kind of like a boot. And when we want to kick it, we'll tell 2 motors that are installed on the towers to bring the thing back and just literally kick it just like you'd kick a normal soccer ball.
And what will happen is, whenever we do any kind of surface indifference, this whole thing's gonna flop around a lot like this as it moves, but it's at all times gonna have traction with the front 2 wheels.
The more time you put into it, the more fun it gets, and the more you keep doing it, it just keeps getting better and better.
Well, this is my first year with Mr. Greene, I'm getting to know him, so he's a pretty cool guy.
Very instructional, you know, assigning somebody to a specific job, either it's welding or milling or doing CAD.
This is what we gotta get done tonight. Okay, because remember, we can't get back to this till Tuesday, right? Okay, we need our rolling frame. Remember, what goal did we set earlier in the week? What goal did you set earlier this week?
Have rolling thing.
By?
Friday.
What day is it?
Friday.
Welding is when you take 2 tubes that need to be connected and you heat them to the point where they begin to melt together and they become one. Robotics has shown me that I wanted to pursue a more physical career rather than just a behind the desk job. Papers and writing terms and essays, and I'd like to take a more physical approach, hands-on, cut, saw, welding, drilling, being able to see your progress. After being in varsity football, I seen the robotics team and I decided to join it, and they decided to find a welder, and that became me, which is Team Welder.
It's all pretty difficult. Each task is difficult in its own way. We have programming, which is ridiculous. It's a lot of like logic puzzles and kind of vocabulary and stuff like that. But on the robot itself, creating the articulation plate was pretty difficult. We had to get all of the measurements, I guess this goes for everything on the robot. We had to get all of the measurements exactly correct, because if something is off by fractions of inches, another piece won't be able to swing, or something on the other side of the robot won't fit correctly, and that's a bad day. Well, we ran into a little bit of a problem just when we thought we had all of the designs figured out. The first design that we had would have gone over the bumps just fine, but we found out that on the bump on the field they added a 2-inch lip that's just straight up like a cliff, and that means our little 3-inch wheels wouldn't be able to roll over that. So we had to completely redesign our entire robot. We took everything apart except for the basic frame, and we even took our custom built frame that fits inside, and we took that off and welded some pieces and drilled a whole bunch, and we just had to recenter all of the electronics, and we did that. We built a whole new articulation plate with bigger wheels, and then we got word a week later that the 2-inch lip never existed. That was all a misunderstanding, and basically we had to go back to our original design, except now our design is kind of a hybrid between our original and then our improvised plan.
I guess we had the most unique robot out of all the robots that were there, because they were really impressed about our articulation system that we had, and that like during the competition for the 3 days, there was like countless judges over at ours, where there was like 3 at ours, there was like 1 at another's.
We won the Judges Award, being the most unique robot there.
Some of the teams, they didn't play as fairly as they should have. But I also enjoyed watching the games because they were very competitive and not really what you expect for a robotics competition.
And then we were able to pick off what the problem was and be able to fix it right away. So that's what we learned at our first year in our first competition with robotics.
Because we're a rookie team, this is our first year, we didn't really have many jobs. We might have 1 task only 1 person can do, and then the rest was just sitting down. This year we're gonna have countless jobs.
Well, when I first joined robotics, I expected to be building like small robots and not like this giant competing robot.
After robotics and after the competition, I really got into it. I wanted to do it again, just keep coming back.
I feel like it's like kind of giving me a new idea of what to do in life.
I can't honestly say how I got into it because it's just something that happened. I just did it once and I got hooked on it.